Hello everyone, I hope that you're doing well. I'm back with a new Python series where I'm gonna get into all the basics and the things that you need to know if you wanna go deeper into data science, programming apps, or even web development. So if you wanna learn more about this language and its uses, let's get started in our Python learning process with setup in Python in our computer and downloading the IDE that we'll use during this series. Of course, you're free to use any IDE that supports Python. So let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do is to download Python on our computer so we'll be able to run and execute Python programs. We can do this by typing in Google python.org/download/ and this will bring us to this page right here. And just to remind you, the new Python versions can't be downloaded in a Windows version less than 8. So if you got Windows 7 or another version less than 8, you need to download an old Python version. But if you got a Windows 8 or 10, you can just follow exactly what I'm doing now. So let's come down here to this button, Python 3.9.6, and this is the latest Python version that is available for now. Let's click on it, and by doing this, Python will automatically start being downloaded in our PC. And now, after finishing the download process, we need just to set up Python by giving this file down here a double click and following the given instructions. So let's click on this button here, run, and make sure you check this box, add Python 3.9 to path, and click on install now. And all we have to do now is just wait for the installation to be finished. So now, and since the Python setup is done, let's go ahead and download the IDE that we're gonna use, which is Visual Studio Code. And if you want to make sure first that you've installed Python correctly, you can just come down here and type in cmd and click on the command prompt. And up here you can just type Python space --version, and if you get the Python version that you've installed, that means that you've installed Python correctly. So let's go back to our browser and type in here VS Code and click on the first link. And all we need to do now is just click on this blue button, download for Windows, and just wait a few seconds for the installation process to start. So as you see here, the installation process has already started. So now let's move on to the download section and click on our file in order to finish its installation. And all we should do now is follow the usual installation instructions. You just have to check this option, I accept all the agreement. Here you can change the location. Next. You can create a desktop icon if you would. Next, and finally install. And last but not least, we have to add some Python extensions to our IDE to finish the configuration and make sure that our future Python programs are going to run without any issues. So let's open our IDE, VS Code, and come down here to the extensions section, and up here we just have to type in Python and download the 3 first extensions. So let's install the first one, the second one, and finally the third one. and with these installations all our future Python programs are going to work correctly and without any problems. Now, and after that our extensions are installed, let's code a very basic Python program that contains just one line in order to make sure that everything is fine. So let's create a new file, save it as a Python file. I'm gonna choose a name for this file, for example Python 2, and I can make it as a Python file by adding .py. So let's save our file, and I'm going to print something on the screen, for example hello world. Run the program, and as you can see down here, here is the sentence that I've inserted here. So as I already said, everything is working and Python is correctly set up in our computer. So don't worry about this. I'm gonna teach you everything that is related to Python syntax in the next videos. So thank you so much guys for watching, and see you soon.